What's up, guys? It's your boy Twin JJ back at again with another video. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about my approach to learning a new language. So as you guys know, or if whoever's new here, I speak English, Spanish, and now I'm pretty conversational in Egyptian Arabic. So I'm gonna keep learning Arabic. I'm like 2 months in, learning Egyptian dialect, and so far the journey has been super fun. So really in today's video, I'm just going to be speaking out of experience. So what is my approach to learning a new language? For me, number one is immersion. I say immersion. If you can't travel to the country, if you can, amazing. If you can't, if you're like me, don't got money and don't have time to spend your whole time in another country trying to learn. If you can't travel for a year to another country, 6 months, 3 months, that wasn't me. So what I had to do is, and what I do still now, is bring that country to where I am. For example, with Spanish, I learned the accent from the Dominican Republic. It made sense to me because the majority of my friends are Dominican and people automatically thought I was Dominican by association, but I just couldn't speak Spanish. Like, I knew so much about the culture, especially because it's a Caribbean island and it's similar in culture to Jamaica, which is where my dad's from, and Trinidad, which is where my mom's from. So it was just, and also being, black and being African American, I just felt like connected to the Dominican culture in a way. Like, Dominican Spanish just feels like the African American English. I don't know. It just made sense in my head. So immersion for me included changing my phone language completely to Spanish. I couldn't understand anything. I like photographic memory. You know what a thing is, like if an app, but you look at the name, it's not what it is. Another thing for immersion was me starting to listen to the news in Spanish. All my shows, I started watching different shows in Spanish. My favorite, La Reina del Flow, the Queen of Flow, Colombian show. Sabes, aún recuerdo esa vez que te vi. That was the first show to ever make me cry. First ever. And then also just surrounding yourself with the language. I started labeling stuff inside of my room in Spanish, like the window, ventana, mesa, table. Just said that with an accent. I just started labeling stuff in my room to, things in Spanish. That way, when I wake up or I can see it, it'll be like the first thing I see. So things like that helped me a lot. So that was how I immersed myself. Because I couldn't go to the Dominican Republic at the time, especially because I started learning in 2020. So what I had to do was bring the Dominican Republic to my house. My second approach to learning a new language is speaking with natives as soon as possible. For Spanish, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I was super nervous to speak to natives. Like, I was super in my head about it, thinking about how it sounded and things like that. My pronunciation was horrible. I just didn't want to speak to natives. But one day I found a YouTube video and the person, spoke about how many of us are so self-critical so much, and that can be a super hindrance to us. And who cares if you're making a mistake? Like, how else are you going to learn if you don't make mistakes? So you can't be in your head about it. Don't care about what people think. I promise you, 2% of people, or maybe 1% of people will make fun of you how you sound. But there's the other 98% are super willing to help you. And how I did that, speaking with natives right away, was either in my local supermarket or also on applications like Hello Talk and Tandem. Hello Talk and Tandem were my two go-tos. I fell off with Tandem though, I'm not gonna lie. But Hello Talk, that app has gotten me right speaking to different natives. They have like a clubhouse type of style, and people could come up on stage. You could open a voice room, people could come up on stage and talk. And I just thought that was pretty cool, being able to come on stage and talk to different natives. And also people write you can text, you could have phone calls on there. These applications, which I named Hello Talk and Tandem, are language exchange apps, and they give you an opportunity just to exchange a language with a native from whatever target country you want to learn. So, for example, for me, when I was learning Spanish, it connected me to different people in different countries that spoke Spanish. And on top of that, I love the feature that you can choose the country specifically that you want to learn from. For example, I, learned Dominican accent, Dominican culture. I pretty much changed the filter to give me only people that are from the Dominican Republic. And from there, I met some amazing people. Three people. I met 3 people from Hello Talk in real life. It's so funny. And yeah, so applications like Hello Talk and Tandem should be your go-to when you want to speak with natives. Tip number 3, what I did was set realistic goals for myself. I see a lot of clickbait on YouTube saying, learn Spanish, learn whatever language in 30 days, or become fluent in 30 days. Becoming fluent in a language, to me, is impossible in 30 days. I've been speaking Spanish for 3 years, and I'm still learning something new every day. And they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. So it's an ongoing process. Even me being a native speaker to English, there's some things in English that I don't even know. If I hear a big word or something, I don't know what it means, but that doesn't mean I'm not fluent. And I think that's what a lot of people get in their head about, questioning their fluency. To me, fluency is if you can communicate what you want to say and I understand you, I think you're pretty fluent. And to me, that's fluency. You can understand and I can understand you, that's fluent. And I say tip number 4 that I took for myself is enjoy the process. Enjoy the process. Disfruta el proceso. There's going to be some days, because I promise you, I had some days that I was so frustrated. Like, I was really annoyed from trying to learn Spanish. But I promise you, delayed gratification. People that go to the gym, they don't see results right away, but they keep going, they keep working at it, they set their diet, whatever their goal is, in a few months, year, 2 years, you get to the goal. So it's the same with language learning. Whatever language you're trying to learn, just enjoy the process. It's okay if you don't want to practice one day. That's fine. Take a break. Don't take too long of a break. Actually, do whatever works for you, but make sure you come back to it. Sometimes you can take a break and then come back to it and you fall in love with it again. I've experienced that with guitar, music, being a musician. I put my guitar down for, months and come back to it, and it's like refreshing again, like falling in love again. And those 4 things were really the things that kept me going and still keeps me going to this day. And that's really my approach to learning languages. There's so much more I can say, but I don't want to make the video too long, so I'm gonna just cut it here. And stay tuned for more content on language learning. I'm gonna do more videos in Spanish, more videos in Arabic, and also whatever tips and advice I can give you guys. So thank you again. Stay tuned. It's your boy Twin JJ back at it again. Yeah.
Yes, sir.